Welcome, gamers, to the We Can't Respawn podcast. This is episode 21. This is Titan speaking, getting to speak first this time, and with me is Elite.
Yeah, buddy.
And Birdman.
I'd like to say you just fucked that up. I was expecting the Crypt Keeper. I was actually happy. Disappointed me.
Can't always get what you want. All right.
So how you guys doing today?
Better than you.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought I was dying today. Like, legit.
That's solid.
Tears in my eyes.
Birdman is currently at home, not here in the studio.
Shutting the studio down.
Yeah, he had some issues going on, so he's recording remotely.
I didn't want to ruin our hot streak, though, short of me actually being in the hospital, so...
Yeah, so we're here again, episode 21. Our episodes are old enough to drink now. I mean, in other countries, they've been old enough because, you know...
Other countries are civilized.
Yeah, more or less. So I guess we'll just hop into the news. The first thing I definitely want to talk about is relevant to last week's episode. If you haven't listened to it, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, so you should go do that. I mean, if you haven't, what are you doing here? How'd you even get here? I don't know. But last week we talked a little bit about Kickstarter, and turns out there was an article written this week that detailed a game company that raised $30,000 on Kickstarter and then just like bounced. They're gone.
It's exactly what we were afraid of last week.
I know. And the thing is, like, what I thought was in place with Kickstarter as far as some kind of fail safes or something like that, turns out I don't think there is for the people that donate, because people that donated reached out to Kickstarter to try and like get their money back or whatever, and they basically just said, that's between you and the company now.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
The thing is that the company didn't talk to their contributors in over a year. I remember I read the article like right after you sent it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, contributors is definitely the word I was looking for. I couldn't find it. I knew it started with a C. But yeah, that's pure craziness.
Yeah, this is exactly why I was afraid to back a Kickstarter. I'm
pulling up the article now so I can publicly shame them. I forget what the name of the company was, but I'm going to find out in a second here. But, like, dude, $30,000 just disappeared. Like, how?
And, it's like, they're kind of dumb, too, because is $30,000 enough to ever make a game?
I mean, it might...
Like, maybe a mobile game?
It'll definitely
it was
help.
Some kind of RPG that it looked like almost JRPG-ish. Like,
it was a game. Okay, it was a game called Mansion Lord.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something that would cost all that much to make.
They called themselves Galgum Games, and they've been MIA completely. Haven't updated their Kickstarter or their social media pages, and their website expired.
Wow.
And somebody said. We've tried contacting Kickstarter, but we're basically told, tough luck, it's for you and the creator to work out.
And, I mean, they do have a point.
And then Kickstarter gave them no way to reach the creators.
Well, I mean, that's a little messed up. They should always have ways to reach the creators, but, like, in terms of, like, that kind of thing, you're on your own when you choose to back a Kickstarter, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it says here that... there should have been early warning signs, such as the Kickstarter page had no contact information and no names of the people that were making the game. Yeah, maybe
I would have
sure.
never contributed to that in the first place.
No, that's
like I said, I was having a hard enough time contributing to Star Citizen's Kickstarter, and they've been going to all the game conferences, so they're at least got some credibility.
Yeah, and they have actual trailers and stuff.
You can actually play the game.
Dude,
Yeah.
This is crazy. They raised over $30,000 on Kickstarter alone, and then a month later opened a PayPal account. So in January of 2014, they opened a PayPal account, and in August of 2014, after announcing that the PayPal funding round was over, they just disappeared. That's
Jesus.
That's fucking insane. This is exactly the shit we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
the real question is who's legally responsible to hunt those people down, and have they even committed a crime?
Yeah, dude, that's I don't even know.
Because that might just be legal robbery. That might be a legal form of robbery. We don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I would think that they would at least wait until they get like a few, like 1 million, maybe, for their game, and then bounce. Like they went low. Like, that's just like 2 or 3 people who couldn't pay their bills, and it's like, oh, let's try this or some shit. Like, that's
right?
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Man, I can't. Like, I'd be pissed.
I guess it depends on how much money you gave, though. How pissed you are.
Yeah.
And how much you look forward to Mansion Lords.
It's a really shitty title for a game. But I mean, even if I didn't donate that much money, I'd still be pissed over the concept. Like, just the idea of somebody getting away with that much money and not putting out what they promised. It'd be extra shitty. But yeah, I figured we'd start with that since it was relevant to last week's episode. And it was so close to what we were talking about and wondering about.
It's like you couldn't have planned that any better.
Yeah. I read that, I think it was at work today, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, we need to talk about that. But anyways, on to the next thing. This I didn't see coming. It's a little weird. Kind of like surprised me. But TBS is launching an eSports league. It's going to start on Counter-Strike, and they're going to televise weekly matches in almost like a season, like NFL season type thing, where there's a regular season, playoffs, and a championship. So I don't know.
For Counter-Strike?
It's starting with Counter-Strike, yeah. I guess the way they worded it is that it's starting with Counter-Strike, so I would imagine it might expand. I mean, obviously it'll probably expand to games that I don't give a shit about, like League of Legends.
Yeah.
But obviously that's where all the esports money is. So I mean, TBS, like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a weird channel to do that.
Right? That's like...
Well, I mean, they are the channel that has, is it Revenge of the Nerds? Like the nerd version of Real World or some shit?
Isn't it called King of the Nerds?
King of the Nerds, there you go.
Is that TBS? I thought that was like...
Yeah, and they also had the Big Bang Theory.
Well, yeah,
Fuck
they play
that show.
reruns of
Fuck
that,
that
though. That's
show.
on CBS.
That's right, yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
I guess that does kind of make sense.
I guess so. I wonder how, the esports people feel about that after all the time consumed trying to get on ESPN and they end up on fucking TBS.
Right. You probably feel like the WCW people did when they were on Sci-Fi Channel.
What the fuck?
Yeah, wrestling was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, yeah, and then TNA was on USA for a while. Now they're on Destination America.
Wait, really? They're not on Spike anymore?
TNA? No,
Yeah.
They're on Destination America.
Destination America. What
That's
is
a
that?
great channel, by the
What
way.
is
if you
that
want to
channel?
watch old people talk about like their Bigfoot stories, or
Oh God. That's yeah.
I watched one about an evil gnome. That was pretty good.
What?
You know what I think would be really cool is if maybe they had like actual cable channels dedicated to like Twitch.
Yeah. I
mean,
could
maybe. Like, no, I guess you wouldn't really be able to browse through all the different channels, though, would you?
No. The thing like about that is even just a channel dedicated to games in general, like G4 was, apparently did not do very well.
Man,
but then
but
again,
that-
like 6
but
people
it's-
got G4, so
But it was awesome.
I loved the channel as a gamer.
Yeah, I did too.
I wonder if it's just lack of people having that channel that might have done it in or something. I don't know. It's like the Esquire channel now, which makes no fucking sense.
What the hell is the Esquire channel?
I don't know. It's just last I saw there was some cook show on there or something about knives or some shit. I don't remember.
Something about knives.
Yeah, that's not the name of the show. That's just my description.
That would have been a great name.
A show called something about
Something
knives.
about knives sounds like something GTA would come up with.
Something about Knives Season 2 comes out fall of 2016. What the fuck would something about knives be? Like, what would that?
You got me. I have no clue.
Yeah, I can't think of what that show would be either. It'd be terrible, obviously. It's just those knife salesmen, those infomercials that are on at like 4 a.m.
He's like cutting out a piece of drywall with the knife because for some reason that's a measure of how good a knife is.
Yeah, they cut the most asinine shit with knives. Like, I don't need to. It's like, yeah, you don't need to cut drywall, buddy. There's like tools for that specifically.
It's like it's like the Mighty Putty commercial where they drag the tractor trailer, and you're like, what the fuck I'm going to use this in my home. I'm not going to drag a tractor trailer.
I guess in case that situation arises in like an emergency where you need to drag a tractor trailer, you have the means to do so. But anyways, this is getting oddly derailed. So what, are you going to watch some eSports on TBS?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
No, I don't have TV.
Oh, well, I think I'll check it out, see what it's about.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee 150% that the shoutcasters or commentators are going to aggravate me. Just because typically they do for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It's just something about them irks me. Maybe because they're all giant nerds. No, I'm kidding. It's typically like their voices. There's always just, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
I do know what you're talking about.
It's hard for me to describe.
But but the thing is, I still know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as esports goes, Colin Cowherd again is shitting on esports because that man clearly does not like video games one bit.
No, he doesn't like the fact that some gamers are making as much as he does, if not more.
Well, I guess that's a solid reason to be butthurt if you're a professional in anything other than playing video games.
Yeah.
Right, but the thing that makes it silly to me is that, if you're a sports commentator, all you do is talk about people who handle balls all day. Sports are just games.
Right.
So, why hate on people who play video games?
Yeah, what would be his issue with calling one game over the other, that he would have to look at a YouTube video for 5 minutes to understand whatever game they make him commentate on? Come on,
right,
dude.
Yeah, it's not like these games have super, super complex shit going on.
Okay, right. So I don't know if you guys know, but he ripped ESPN earlier this year for televising Heroes of the Storm on ESPN2. And he said he'd quit if he ever had to cover esports. And he also compared watching video games to putting a gun in his mouth. Come on.
Is that what? Wow. Well, I knew he said he'd quit, and I knew he was just over the idea like an asshole. But really, a gun in your mouth, dude? Well, pull the trigger, please.
Yeah, I saw his little rant where he was making fun of the gamer at the end and saying that he goes home to his mom's house or whatever.
Just like he does. So what's the issue?
Yeah, what does he have against moms? Fuck's this guy problem?
So, apparently, did you guys hear about that thing that happened at Evo this year, where the dude celebrated a round too early and lost the match?
Yeah.
Well, he showed that on his show, and then said this. He did like a fake play-by-play. I'm gonna read it. He said, "There goes Spencer. He's leaving the event and walking across the street to his mom's house, where he still lives at 29. He goes over to the refrigerator, opens it up. He's got a Hot Pocket. Oh yeah, microwave next. Look at that cheese." Big night for Spencer. Now he's going upstairs to his room, a room where a girl has never entered. He sits down. Look at that Star Wars collection. So that was his fake play-by-play.
I laughed pretty hard at that, even though I myself am a nerd.
Yeah, it's obviously it's ragging on the stereotypical gamer that I don't think really holds weight anymore, that stereotype necessarily, at least for the most part.
I'm not even sure it ever did, really.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a good point. He also said he had another segment that he named "Esports is for booger eaters." So I don't know.
Well, his show is for retards, so I don't really care about his opinion. Have you ever watched his show on Fox Sports 1? It's fucking awful.
No, he said, "I have a belief in life that how you react to criticism defines how accurate it is. And the fact that all these esport nerds are upset with me, I'm hitting a very, very sensitive spot."
It's funny how whatever. That guy's an asshole.
I'm not a friend of eSports. It's the same with professional wrestling. It's for booger eaters. I don't know. Go outside. How about nature? How about enjoying planet Earth and being a community of people who talk to each other? What the
How
fuck
about nature?
What does that have to do with playing games at all?
Well, he also said a good majority of gamers are cave trolls. Like, really? What does that even mean anymore? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, the dude...
How about nature? I'll tell you what's out in nature. Cave trolls.
You know, it bothers me because he has an audience of so many people for whatever reason, and this is the kind of bullshit he's spewing about games, and has no idea of any of the time that goes into becoming a professional gamer, whether it be a serious thing or not. Like, if you don't like esports, it is fucking difficult to get into.
Right, and games are still, even if there's no esports associated with them, it's still an artistic endeavor.
Yeah. And him, perpetuating the old school stereotype is kind of obnoxious and fucking retarded.
It's like an old man, complaining about the music that kids listen to today. Or
yeah, it's almost similar to the video that Birdman and I talked about a few episodes ago, where the parents are making a big deal because their kids are playing video games or watching fucking TV. Like, man.
Yeah, the granola commercial.
Yeah, fucking Nature Valley. I can't believe that was a Nature Valley commercial. Yeah, it's just super out of touch with what esports actually is and gaming in general. And even the type of people that play games. Like, he's just an old fucking cooter. So he can eat a bag of dicks, and yeah. That's how I feel.
You don't even have to agree that games are sports to see that he's a total asshole, and he's just.
And that's the thing that we've talked about before.
I didn't even like him when he was reporting for regular sports. Like, the guy never made any fucking sense.
Yeah, and it's the thing like I said, we've talked about before is even we don't necessarily consider gaming to be a sport. We prefer to call it a competition more than anything. But even we even know that, but it's still. It's still kind of an impressive thing to be able to play at that fucking level.
Well, at least we know we're not alone in hating Colin Cowherd. I did hear about a professional NBA basketball player, Gordon Hayward. He plays for the Jazz. Called him out on it, and that makes me kind of feel better. That at least
I feel like
the jocks are on. Get
a
rid
lot
of
of
this
these.
bullshit. Like, this isn't high school. This isn't a 90s, 80s high school movie where. It's the jocks versus the nerds and all that bullshit.
Exactly. All of these young athletes grew up playing video games, and they like video games just like anybody else.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
look on any college player's Twitter account. I guarantee you, one or two of their tweets per 5 tweets will be about playing video games.
Yeah, and I can almost guarantee you that a lot of these players that are appearing in Madden commercials aren't doing so just because of the money. It's because they grew up playing that game. And they fucking love that game, and it's it's like you said, it's not that fucking high school movie bullshit,
right? And they always post those videos around time to any sports game. They'll gather up, the athletes that actually play the game, and they react to their ratings or something.
Yeah,
so that they at least know what they know how to play.
Right.
They know.
I think what this comes down to is Mr. Cowherd likes to cause controversy to keep people interested in his bullshit show.
Yeah.
If you've ever noticed, he's always talking fucking reckless about one thing or another.
Anything.
So I feel like his stupid opinion is to be taken with a grain of salt at this point.
He's the Glenn Beck of sports reporting.
Yeah, we're kind of just keeping him in our mouths himself, which I really don't like. I blocked the page, so I don't see it, but it still pops up. I'm so tired of hearing this dude just talk random bullshit. He's like the white Stephen A. Smith.
I fucking hate that guy. I like that he said he would leave ESPN if he ever had to cover a video game event, and lo and behold, bye-bye Colin Cowherd.
Right.
So, hopefully Fox Sports 1 starts covering video games soon.
Be great. Just force him to get his own AM fucking radio show.
Dude, FM radio is so shitty that I actually listen to AM radio talk shows. I can't deal with it, man. It's so awful. I'm like, oh, I've heard this song 6 times today.
Right.
Can't do it anymore.
Fucking corporate radio bullshit.
Yo, we changed the station from Y102 to a different one at work, and literally the time I was there, we heard songs 6, 7, 8, 9 times, like in an 8-hour period. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
It's the worst. Anyways, that's enough of talking about calling cow shit.
Yeah, seriously.
So the Xbox One has upgraded their party chat to 12 people now. I don't know what the previous, I would imagine like 8.
Is that update out, or is that the next update?
It's not even an update. Apparently, they must have been able to do something server side that allowed 12 people.
Oh, it was just a hot fix.
Yeah, the 12 people party chat was. I don't have 12 fucking friends, so so that's really.
We can't even get a fourth.
Yeah, it's really a moot point for me, but
Right.
yeah, that happened, and they also took the game DVR and upload apps that and turned it into one big old game DVR app, which is kind of cool. Now, I think that is part of the new Xbox experience or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Oh, yeah, when
so
it updates for like the Windows 10.
Yeah, so that's not out right now.
Okay.
But the party chat thing is, I think it's cool that they're still making changes. Obviously, some shit needs to be changed. I can't wait for the new fucking update because this goddamn Xbox is so unresponsive. It's ridiculous.
Maybe parties will work now. Maybe it won't constantly kick us.
I say we just use Skype all the time.
That could work, yeah.
I mean, the fucking Xbox has a Skype app, and Skype's been consistent for us, so I think we should just fucking use it. I mean,
yeah,
why not? But yeah, it's cool. Like, they're still adding shit.
I know they're supposed to be adding a TV DVR for the people who actually watch TV through their Xboxes.
Oh, well, yeah, but that whole thing is, it's not what you think it is. Like, Birdman and I wouldn't be able to DVR shit. It's for people that use that fucking, like, the Xbox tuner, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess it's like, only if you use that and you have to get a separate hard drive and a bunch of shit, but...
Yeah, I rather I can record stuff with my Xfinity through the with their cable box, so I just leave all the recorded shows on there. I don't need to put them on my Xbox.
I have the fucking
that was going to be my point. Is that it's kind of pointless for them to even do that at this point, this late in the game.
Also, I have the internet, so
right, and I
can
have
find anything.
5 gigs on my fucking Xbox.
Plus, they're going to make you buy an external hard drive. To put your stuff on.
And so and you can't like have the external drive have both games and DVR shit in it. It's like a dedicated DVR drive.
Yeah, it's going to be this huge Frankenstein's monster just
so
to DVR something, which most people can just do with their cable box.
Yeah, fuck it. Nobody's gonna do that shit. Well, I mean, I guess a lot of people wanted the TV tuner for whatever reason. I don't know what fucking need you have for that, but a bunch of people apparently wanted it. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I got on Xbox today. Okay, so did you guys see what happened with the Call of Duty Twitter account? I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago.
No, I was hoping that'd be next because I saw it in the notes and I'm like, wait, what could have possibly happened that's worth talking about with this shit?
I'm gonna see if I can pull up the Twitter account here quick. But basically, what happened is I'm just gonna kind of like run through it quick here until I pull up the Twitter account. They basically turned their Twitter account into a fake news account, like a breaking news type thing, and posted about fictional events from the Call of Duty world without telling anybody that this was going to happen. So all of a sudden, the Call of Duty account changed to something else, and there's pictures, there's all kinds of shit here. I don't want to read all these because there's a metric fuck ton. But the first tweet that happened was, breaking news, unconfirmed reports are coming in of an explosion on the north bank of the Singapore marina.
Oh, shit.
That was the first fucking tweet. I saw this tweet while I was at work, and I'm like, holy shit, what's happening? And then I just kind of like, I looked at it, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh shit, that's Call of Duty. Somehow I figured it out. I don't know how. I don't remember. The cause of the explosion is unknown, but large plumes of dark smoke have been seen rising from the site. And there's a picture. And this picture looks like a picture from a fucking news camera.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah. City authorities urge the public not to panic and to not hinder the emergency teams that are converging on the area. Like, and with no warning, they changed it.
So basically, they pulled an Orson Welles and did a War of the Worlds hoax.
They did a War of the Worlds hoax on fucking Twitter. By accident, almost. Let's see what else I can find here. Drones have been spotted over an area approximately 30 square miles in size, broadcasting messages advising people to stay in their homes. Obviously, that's horseshit because we don't have that capability just yet that I know of. Shots have been fired at the newly established blockades as citizens attempt to flee the new quarantine zone. There's a shit ton of tweets.
That's I probably in the minority here, but that's actually cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart marketing ploy,
right?
Actually,
that's what I mean. Like,
okay, the thing is, there was 19 tweets. Okay, with no kind of warning or Call of Duty anything. Like, I'm looking at a picture right now that doesn't say anything Call of Duty. It has a watermark on it that says current events aggregate, where we bring you real news. So it almost looks like it could be a legit news site of some sort.
I mean, any of those tweets could be on Alex Jones' InfoWars right now. I mean, it just sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Right, and that's the tweet that was the tweet that could actually get people scared, like a state of martial law has been declared.
Yeah, are you looking at it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at some of the pictures.
If I seen that, I'd probably freak out.
It's like it's a cool idea, but I think the way that it was implemented was a little sketchy.
The quarantine.
The tweet I think came a couple hours after the last one that says this was a glimpse into the future fiction of Black Ops 3. But it was like 4 hours after the fucking point where people in Singapore were probably losing their shit. I mean,
they were Googling their own city.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? The marina's right there. I can see it.
The riot police have dispersed rioting mobs to the southwest of Chinatown using sonar or sonic area control weapons.
Like, the first part where you would start to realize that it's a little bit of horseshit is if you looked up the Coalescence Corporation. Because it's like the fourth or fifth tweet. It says, update. Sources confirm explosions took place at Singapore Research Laboratories belonging to Coalescence Corporation.
Ugh.
So then you would kind of know, like, oh, that's not a real place. But, like, damn, that shit's crazy. I mean, it worked. Look, we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I'm surprised, like, people didn't, take it worse. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of...
If it's coming from the Call of Duty Twitter account, like, would they really live tweet a terrorist attack like that?
Well, no,
like,
you see, the thing
accounts
is...
like that are just like, our hearts and support go out to, whatever.
But what they did is, it wasn't Call of Duty anymore. You know how you can change your Twitter handle at any moment?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did.
Oh.
I think.
What I was reading didn't say that, but that's
maybe not.
Crazy.
But if not, what they did is they changed the name that it's under, like where it says Call of Duty in bold, it probably said the current events aggregate, and then the only part that said Call of Duty was the @ Call of Duty in real little gray letters.
Huh.
But I mean, shit, at first glance you'd be like, oh fuck.
Oh, you know what? They did. I see there's a picture right here. They changed it to current events AGG dot, and then it was @ Call of Duty, so some people aren't even looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, if you see, like, they changed the pictures and everything, like their profile picture was like the red thing. It looked like a breaking news Twitter account. If you saw that picture and then read that, you'd be like, oh shit.
Right.
Well, you think they could even have set up like a sock account, like a sock puppet account, if they really wanted to.
Yeah, they could have.
Right.
100%.
It's like what the Marvel Cinematic Universe did with WHIH. Like, they created their own news network to pass that sort of shit.
Yeah.
To where they can, just run news stories to, promote their other movies. I figured that that's something that they would have done.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that the movie 2012, which is a shitty movie, did the same thing by setting up a lottery where your life would be saved in the apocalypse if you signed in. And then I remember tracking down who owned the website, and it belonged to Sony, but you had to go through this rigmarole of tracking it down.
Yeah, that's the first rigmarole on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, like you said, cool idea. I just think it could have caught some people off guard, maybe. They could have introed it a different way, I feel like maybe using one of the fake like company names in the first tweet or something. Just some way to know that it's not legit. But saying there was an explosion in the Singapore marina is kind of sketch.
I feel like, though, they expect people to be smarter, even though everyone knows people are stupid on the internet.
Yeah, have you seen the fucking internet?
It's like, remember that picture of Steven Spielberg next to the Triceratops that everybody thought he really killed the Triceratops?
Yeah.
You expect people to
really
fucking
stupid
realize
for that.
this is a prank.
Funny.
Yeah, I guess you would expect that, but the internet is a cesspool of morons, so it's...
Which is both wonderful and troubling.
Yeah, it has its moments, huh? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it got us talking about it, so kudos to fucking Call of Duty that I'm still not buying, so suck it.
Still not buying that shit. Yeah.
Bullshit, you already bought 3 of them. I don't want to hear it.
They're all going to your house, though.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use them for kindling for a fucking fire. That'd be terrible kindling, but I'd probably get some... I'd probably get some kind of poison from fucking toxic fumes.
You can sit with your gas mask by the fire and just watch them burn.
Yep. Yeah, fuck you, Call of Duty. The last piece of news I got for today is kind of saddening for me. Tony Hawk 5 released this week, and apparently it's a shit show. Titan sent me a video of some glitches. Is anything in that game solid? Because I
don't think so.
He fell through goddamn everything.
Like, I literally made the joke that it was a goat simulator, mod, and everyone in the collective community had like the same thing going on. Like, That's exactly what it looked like. Like, it looked like those videos you would watch of people flopping around as a goat. Like,
it's ragdoll physics, but it's not.
It's not supposed to be.
Right.
Like, he was just going to jump and do a trick, and he just flies off his board into like slow-mo ragdoll mode. It just, oh man, that sucks. Like that, and that looks like shit that one playtest you'd be like, oh shit, this game is and not okay.
That was an article that I saw on Kotaku, and it was saying that the PS4 version is the one that's broken.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know details as far as that goes. I didn't really look into it too much, but maybe it is just one version. Maybe it's not.
But then I watched a video by Jim Sterling, which is the one where he stole Birdman's joke about Goat Simulator. And he says it's the Xbox One edition that apparently has all the... So apparently both
they're fucked.
Of them are totally fucked.
Which is not a shock, you know.
I mean, it's not, but it's still depressing.
Right.
Like, no matter how many games released fucked, every time one comes out and it's fucked, it's super depressing. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, nobody's going to stop buying, and we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to fucking, like, I don't know, blow up all the trucks.
Force them to stop it. Like, just destroy all the discs and the digital files.
That's what I'm saying, just blow up headquarters. Obviously, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Not unless you're a Call of Duty Twitter account.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But man, hopefully they patch it and get it all sorted out. I mean, even without, it being broken, it still doesn't look great. Everybody said it's not a good game, which sucks because I wanted to play another Tony Hawk game.
I know,
especially one like in the old school style.
That shit used to be so fun, creating your own character.
Yes,
your own park.
Yeah, and they brought the creative park back, but I imagine that's fucked too.
Right, that was like one of those, like how games do day one patches. That was in like the day one patch.
I think they said the day one patch is bigger than the actual game. You kidding me? So basically, you got a disc with the day one patch on it, and then download the full game.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't imagine the creative park feature works if they can't even get down character landing on a ramp, let alone putting ramps next to each other.
Basic, simple physics.
Yeah, that's probably a mess. That's unfortunate.
Graphics that look better than PS2.
Yeah.
I mean, just compare Tony Hawk to like Skate.
Funny story. The Skate series is half off on Xbox Live this week.
Coincidence? Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Sketchy. God damn it. Conspiracy theorists.
That's smart, though. They're like, oh, well, we already know Tony Hawk's shit. Let's put these half off so people are like, oh, I need to play an actual good skateboarding game.
Yep.
Oh, here you go.
Half off. Those games are fun. I
They
like
actually,
the skate
look
games.
Good.
Yeah, they're hard to like figure out at first, but once you get used to it, it's super fucking fun. And the most interesting game mode in that series was Horse, because, or I guess it was called Skate. I'm an idiot. But someone's getting arrested. But yeah, it was interesting because it wasn't just pressing one button to copy a trick. You actually had to go through the motions on the sticks, and it made it kind of difficult and kind of fun.
Mm.
And you could play it online and shit. It was actually a decent time, which is, not normal.
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking like, how much fun could you possibly get out of a skateboard game? And Tony Hawk's just not making a good case for it.
It sucks, man. It sucks so hard because the idea of it had me jacked up, and then they just shit the bed 100%. Just shit the bed so hard. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Like most AAA games.
Yeah, It sucks. But anyways, let's talk about a good game. This week we actually got to play a little Minecraft. We haven't played it in a shit ton of time, I feel like. But yeah, we're back in our world trying to build some shit. So our main topic of episode 21 is Minecraft in general. Just that's the topic, Minecraft. Nothing specific about it. We'll just jump into a whole bunch of shit. Titan, what do you want to talk about first with Minecraft?
I guess I'd like to start with that I didn't get Minecraft at first, and I think a lot of people who see Minecraft being played just don't get it at first.
Yeah.
I saw my
know what
little
you mean.
sister playing it, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then, a couple of months later, I'm like, I can't stop playing.
I had the same thing happen. I would see people playing it on Twitch. I'm like, yo, go play a real game. What is this shit? What are you, 10? And then on a whim, I kind of bought it. Well, I didn't kind of buy it. I fucking bought it. What am I talking? I kind of bought it, sort of, but not really. I bought it and then, played it for a little bit, got through the tutorial. And then all of a sudden, it's like 6 hours later, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then,
Right, it's not really a game you can just play and then stop.
No, you have to have like time to play it. It's one of those games, but it's one of those games in a weird way. I can't even explain the way that it captures your time like that. It's super bizarre. Because in a typical game with like that, it's like you'll be doing a quest for a really long time, or something. Like usually for me, it's RPGs that lock me into that kind of like zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, Minecraft gets that way with me.
Right. Even though you have to come up with your own quests for it.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing that does it is once you come up with something, you want to get it done to see if the end result is what you think it's going to be. I don't know. But yeah, as far as people getting it, I mean, I see it all the time. People I work with, I'm like, hey, you ever play Minecraft? I was like, no, I never really got into it. I'm like, damn, you're missing out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the game's not for everybody. There's just some people that it's just not going to be for them. That's just the way it is. I mean, obviously you can play the game a bunch of different ways. But, every game isn't for every person. But what do you think it is about Minecraft that people don't get?
It's that people don't get.
Yeah.
That there's no objective.
Yeah.
Like usually games thrust you into like the middle of a story and they tell you what to do. They tell you where to go, when to use what. And Minecraft doesn't do that. Yet Minecraft is so simple. You just do whatever the hell you want. You just build. Like they're not getting the fact that there's no ulterior motive, like at least until the single player comes out. But you just do things, and people don't get it. Like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just build whatever you want. Well, what am I supposed to build? Whatever you want.
It's for people with an imagination.
Right.
Yeah, I think that is one of the things I was going to say is, if you're not a real creative person, this definitely probably won't appeal to you. I mean, see, the thing is, it still could because of the various ways it can be played. Like, people on PC have it where you can play, like, team deathmatch in it and shit, and all kinds of other game modes, and that shit's wild. I haven't gotten into that yet. I have a Minecraft PC code sitting on my table. I just haven't put it in yet. But it's because I don't want to leave my Xbox One world behind. And I know if I get into the fucking PC version, I'm done for on Xbox. Because
I'm sure there's so many great skin packs and mods
exactly.
and stuff.
But yeah, I think you're right about the objective. You know, almost all games have a point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they set you in the game with something to do immediately. Whereas in Minecraft, they plop you in. They're like, hey, you better get some shelter before night comes. That's basically it. And you're like, well, what the fuck? How do I do that? And then you dig a hole, and you know, you're like, oh shit, here we go.
It's a real learning experience the first couple hours that you play it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's nuts, man. Just the way it starts and then what it turns into is really, really wild. It goes from that basic, just, you know, exploring and figuring out what to do, to building and fuck, man, mining.
It's like it's almost like you go from a homeless guy to like the king of the world, because they throw you into the world and you have to build a shelter and you have to fight these monsters. But once you get a house and you get everything set up, now it's like, I've conquered the world.
Yeah, it really is like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think we nailed down. Well, not necessarily nailed down, but as far as people not getting it, I think that is definitely the main reason. And if you watch, you're never going to understand it.
No, you have to play it.
You have to, 100%, because as many times as I tried to watch somebody play Minecraft, I was like, this looks boring as fuck. You know, they're just walking across the world or just digging, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, how many blocks can you dig before you're ready to play something else? Well, the answer to that question is a shitload.
Right. Well, I need to get a shit ton of coal, so I gotta just go. And then that takes like 8 hours.
Yeah. So. I want to talk about. We'll jump into like our favorite thing about Minecraft. Birdman, do you want to start? Do you have a favorite thing?
Well, my favorite thing is when I'm not being killed by spiders.
Yeah, spiders have like they have it out for you.
I think it's like the sense of accomplishment in building like an ecosystem in survival mode. Like, I don't like creative mode at all. I really don't.
No, I don't either. I rarely play it.
But like, it's because it just feels so much better to work for your creations. Like,
I know.
Just like you got to go mine all your materials, then you got to find out what makes what, then you got to go to the Nether to get this, and then do that, and then when you build it, it's just like, oh, I feel so much better.
It's like, I made
even
this,
though I've been here for a week straight.
yeah. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty.
Right.
I'm sweating. I haven't showered in a
Set out
month.
with the objective, like, oh man, I want to build like an aircraft, landing port, but I don't want to do it in creative because that'll just take me 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
right, it's not a challenge.
Yeah, the creative mode, you definitely get no sense of accomplishment from building anything. Especially if it's something like drastic, and then you just do it in creative mode. I don't think it wouldn't be fun for me.
No, unless you're trying to like wow the world with like I've seen people build like Gypsy Danger or a pretty big Star Destroyer. Yeah, I mean that's different.
Or like
you're not going to be able to do all that shit in a reasonable amount of time with in survival mode. But
there's no fucking way,
right?
Like, I saw somebody recreated Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. It was the most fucking asinine shit I've ever seen.
Right. And could you just imagine how much better that accomplishment would have been if it was in survival?
Well, it wouldn't be done still, but...
Right, that's the only problem.
What is it? Was it Poland or Finland created their entire country in Minecraft?
I have no fucking idea, but that seems like it would take a lot of work.
It's on PC, and I think it was in survival.
That's crazy.
But, like, the problem was Americans would come into the server, blow shit up, and plant the American flag around.
Why are Americans always doing that?
We have to run shit. I don't know.
Must be like you must be able to find oil in Minecraft Poland or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
But yeah, I just like you start off with nothing, and then you're just building the shack to hide from the monsters at night. Then you just end up with an entire town, and it's just all right. Now I got to keep this town going. Like, oh, this town could really use a boat dock now. Oh, you know what? A castle would look pretty cool here.
The funniest thing is when we build shit that has no actual purpose, like you said, an aircraft landing. Like, what the fuck? Nothing flies in that game.
No.
Like, yo, but look how cool it is. Well, like, we do have boats, but you can't dock them properly.
Yeah. They smash into a million pieces.
Yeah, I think as far as my favorite thing about the game, I think it's just that there's so many different things to do. While it doesn't seem like it from an outsider's point of view, it just looks like the same shit. You can go from exploring to mining to building to trying to kill the ender dragon to just farming experience. All those things, like that's why it doesn't really get old, because I could sit there and be digging out the area for our underground or underwater city. And then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go mine for some coal and diamonds or whatever. And then I get bored with that. I'm like, I'm going to go out and fight some monsters out in the dark. So it always gives you something new to do. But I think my favorite thing to do in the game is to just dig. As weird as that sounds, like, how many, what did I say? I have over 27,000 blocks of stone in those chests.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like to dig, man.
Just like, you just going underground to find out to see what you can find. Like,
yeah, like
if whether or not that cave system we have under our city is really connecting the entire,
it has to be.
map.
Which is my favorite part of the game, is the exploration. So.
Yeah, it's cool, especially like now that we have bigger worlds, you can, explore for longer. When it was just the one map size on the 360, it was kind of shitty because you could get through that pretty quick.
Yeah.
But now with multiple maps, it's trickier, it's more fun. There's more shit you can find. So that's cool.
Right, and it just gets bigger as you go. Like I don't really know what the PC size is, but I guarantee you
I bet it's bigger.
Right. Probably almost never ending, usually.
One of my favorite things is when I'm just mining in like a straight line through a wall and I run into a cave system and it's just humongous, and then I get lost and fall in lava and lose everything, and that's infuriating. Oh man. Let's see. What is the most impressive thing you've built, Titan?
Well, I built a skyscraper it's mostly made of glass, but it's over 128 blocks tall, and the base is 128 by 64.
Okay, let's preface this by saying this is all in survival mode.
Yes, yeah.
We don't fuck around in that creative mode. So you built the giant. Didn't you build a kaiju wall?
That was in the 360 edition. That was my first idea.
That's right. Awesome. We wanted to build a kaiju wall, and just it never. It's too it's too much.
I would have eventually done it, but
you need more people. That's what it is. It's tough.
And what the Xbox needs to do is just not require the creator of the server to be on.
I agree.
I don't know if it's like that on PC, but for the Xbox,
I'm pretty sure you can rent servers on PC. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know, but I would imagine that's how it is, because I know people, jump in and out of servers even if the person that hosts it isn't there. So that would be great.
I mean, we'd have probably had the kaiju wall, and we would have built the Shatter Dome already. So
the fucking Shatter Dome, that'd be amazing.
Anyway, my skyscraper is, first I built a giant floating cube out of glass. That was only maybe 20,000 blocks.
Yeah,
because it was 64 by 64. Yeah,
20,000 blocks of glass.
Yeah.
I did some calculations, and the skyscraper it's about 50,000 blocks total.
That's too much. How do you must have had a huge wall of furnaces.
I do. I have 32.
Yeah. That and a lot of fucking coal.
There's no sand in the desert outside my house anymore.
Oh, that's just like there's no trees in the fucking forest anymore near our village in my world.
Yeah. Complete deforestation.
I needed wood for my treehouse. What are you gonna do, man? I needed it. So you would say that skyscraper is your biggest accomplishment to date?
Yeah, to date.
That's awesome. What about you?
Well, before, I gave up halfway when I was trying to make the Normandy on the 360 in my own world. And I say halfway because I got like half done with the outer hull, but I don't know, but I have this like thing with underwater. So I just build a lot of underwater cities or houses. And I don't know, but
it's fun.
It's fun, but like other than that, I think I tried to build a Death Star once, and I haven't really ever finished any of my creations.
Yeah, you're not a big builder. You're a fantastic farmer, though.
Right?
No, you're really a terrible farmer.
It's just because, like, when you get to the bigger objects, my sense of shape and direction go off.
Oh, I know what you mean.
So, like, and this Normandy ship I tried to build it like actual size, so one side could have been good, but then once I get to the other side, I didn't want to place one block, go over to the other side to see where it was, come back and get it all like symmetrical. That's what stops me a lot.
Blueprints
that's one of my problems is I don't really start with a plan. So like I'll have a general idea of what I want to do, and then midway through building, I'm like, fuck. This room isn't big enough.
I just know I can never seem to be satisfied with the shapes of my like houses or buildings or any of that. Like I can't. There's no curves that I can get. Like it all ends up just sort of being a castle-like block and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, I know I could have did something better than that, but I already spent 2 hours trying.
I feel like if you maintained it, the farm in our world would be your biggest accomplishment, but instead you just let the plants grow all willy-nilly, and and then we have to go get our own shit when we need it.
Right.
We should have and
I tried to go grow trees and they wouldn't grow.
No, they really wouldn't. I saw that.
I think I just have to expand the farm, which means I'd have to build up a platform to do everything else. So
that's great.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, we're gonna have a farm underneath. By the way, it's gonna require some witchcraft, but we're going to figure it out. We just need to keep digging. Just keep digging.
Right. Just dig the complete fucking bedrock.
Yeah. It's for me, as far as my favorite like building that I've built, it's tough because I had one world that I built a baseball field, a UFC cage, and all sorts of ridiculous shit. And then in this new one, I have my floating tree house and that I like, and in a previous world, I had a huge castle with a giant E on the front of it, which that's probably my favorite thing so far because even the interior is kind of cool. But man, it's tough. I love building shit. I build so many things, and I dig all the time. I don't know. That game, man, it's just so.
Yeah, it's a time vampire.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's wild. You're in there, you start digging, and then it's like 5 hours later, like, what the fuck? It's like, go ahead.
It's like you get lost, you go out and you explore, and you have no idea where you are. And you find this giant ravine, and you go down there, and it's just the exploration is so enveloping. It just grabs you, and because this is just your world.
Yep.
Unless there's a lot of other people in there with you.
Out of all the time we put into it, I still don't think I've visited every single ecosystem because I don't think there's a guarantee that each world will have all the different ecosystems.
No, definitely isn't.
Yours is definitely just bullshit water and ice.
Fuck off. God, that's so bad. There's so much water and snow. Good Lord. Ugh, it's infuriating. We're just going every which direction. Like, oh, look, more fucking snow. More snow and more. I don't want to build in a snowy area because it just gets covered by bullshit snow.
Yeah.
Fuck off, snow. Yeah, I got a shitty world generation. Like, it's so frustrating because like we already started to build in it, and then we went exploring and realized it was a shit show. So now we're like stuck with it.
Yeah.
But fuck it, whatever. It'll do.
It's just like the real world.
Yeah.
Now you're just stuck with it. Well, I built my house here. I have to live here.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it went. So, what do you want to build next? Like obviously for me, it's that underground like city and shit.
Yeah, I mean, when I started when I started building my main house underground, I didn't really think it was gonna. Like, I know I had suggested to build like our actual city underground. Like, this thing on top was just a whole like ruse.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything we had was actually underground. But I don't know. I think just building things within the like a what? God damn it! I can't. A forge. Is that it? The forge where they. Oh my god! I'm sounding retarded right now. You know where they pour like the hot molten metal and they shape things. That's a forge, right? Why can't I think of that?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Or a metal refinery or something.
Or whatever.
If anybody is listening and you are a dwarf, please do not get offended by our ignorance.
Right.
You know the
just
dwarves
like an entire like
forges.
just I want the underground part to become a functioning ecosystem.
Yeah, that's my end goal. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, when you said that, you probably didn't think I took it serious about making it underground.
No, not serious, but like to the next level. Like, we had just planned on building a few things, and we'd never planned on like digging down to fucking bedrock and building.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, like an entire city full of shit. But like, that's what I want to do now. Like I want like a bakery there.
A bakery.
You can have a whole bazaar.
Exactly,
like
a farm,
marketplace.
and then you have your a zoo or some shit, like an actual zoo. Like we put each class of animal in a different cage.
I feel like they don't stay though. I feel like they respawn every time you come in there, and they'll be all fucking with each other and having interspecies sex and just making weird animals.
You just round up every type of animal that's in that game, and force them,
including the zombie villagers.
Yes, which was my goal for the longest time. I wanted to breed zombie villagers, but it's really, really hard to capture one.
Honestly, you have no idea how serious he was about this. Like, to the point where I would mention it and he would freak. He made a fucking trap.
I did. I made an elaborate trap, but they disappear.
Yeah,
it's so disappointing. Like they'll just disappear from your cage. Like, I went to so much trouble to plan how I would run in with it following you, run out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's one of those villagers. He's like, oh, lure it to my trap. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's like, dude, just bring it over here.
Someone mentioned a zombie villager. Oh my god, I gotta go all the way across the world to get this thing.
And I didn't understand how the trap worked.
Sunrise.
I didn't understand how the trap worked, so I just kind of went in the trap with the zombie, and that wasn't part of the plan. So I ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, and then like a creeper blew everything up. It's
typical fucking assholes.
It's hard to do.
God,
that'd create like an entire little prison of zombie villagers or zombies.
If I could change one thing about Minecraft, it'd be that fucking lullaby music.
Oh my god, I have it down to like 3%.
Well, I turn it off because it's like, why?
Yeah,
you can't keep me interested in the game if you're going to put me to sleep.
Yeah, if I'm playing by myself, I'll have either a podcast on or music. But obviously when I'm playing with you guys, I can't have a podcast on. So I just get to listen to thunk, 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 thunk of me digging shit.
Yeah.
That music's so relaxing. Like, I'm about to get that shit on a disc for when I go to sleep. Be out in a second.
That could work. That could be the cure for insomnia.
It might be. I doubt they've tried it because that'd be weird. Hey, you guys try that Minecraft music yet? No? Oh, okay. It's great.
Clinical trials begin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bumping that while you're driving.
You cannot. Oh my God. There's no bumping that at all.
That would be a horrible wreck.
Yeah. And the only thing that would survive is your radio playing that music when the paramedics arrive, and there's just blood.
Would immediately fall asleep.
There's just blood and pieces everywhere. Yeah, they fall asleep. It's like Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff and music in like a music format. God,
speaking of which, I need to eventually get back to my recreation of every town from Pokemon Red.
Oh, you should, I think there's a subreddit called Pokecraft where they've recreated like the entire fucking series, like all the maps and shit.
Nice.
And they use what are called command blocks. So when you walk into one of the cave entrances, it transports you to an interior that's actually the right size. So, like, the outside will look like it's the right size, but obviously it's not on the inside because of, whether it be measuring restrictions or having to use square blocks or whatever. So it'll actually transport you to a recreation of the cave that you can actually wander around in and find your way in and out of using these fucking command blocks. And, like, the Poke Centers all have their interiors done like that. It's fucking nuts.
That sounds awesome.
It really does. Man, I feel like I want to play Minecraft now. But I don't have 12 hours. But yeah, man, that game is just so fucking fun. If you could add one thing to it, see, that's a tough thing to ask because the PC version has so much more shit that we don't know about because we haven't played it. But as far as, I guess, the Xbox version goes, if you could add something, what would it be?
For me, it would be more NPC towns and actually have them contribute.
Yeah.
Like, if the NPCs actually went out and acted like they actually went and mined things. Like, you know how we always come up on the mine shafts and there's always, like, materials left behind? Like,
right.
I think that if they would add, like, a functioning, NPC ecosystem, that would be pretty cool. Like, you actually see the villagers maintaining their farms and expanding, and if you attack them, they attack you and stuff like that. I think that would be
it'd be cool if they, like, had their own armies and shit. You attack them, and then,
like cops and
soldiers come at you with bows and arrow.
It'd almost be like real-time strategy, but with Minecraft.
Age of Empires in first person.
Yeah, that could work.
What about you, Titan?
It's similar to what Birdman said, but I would just like to be able to hire NPCs to go off and mine natural resources for me.
Holy shit, that'd be amazing.
Man, could you imagine if, like, well, if the game had money or something, you pay this villager whatever he wants, and he'll go out and mine diamonds for you.
It'd be amazing. Like,
right.
It'd be great if, as weird as this is going to sound, if we could hire slaves or just have slaves. We could, like, enslave a whole village to do our digging for us.
Yeah, I personally know you can't do that because I try every time.
Right.
I always search out the NPC village, just like the first thing I do. And if they don't do what I want, I end up just burning it down.
Well, I mean,
That's
usually
terrible.
they ask for emeralds, so you could just pay them an emerald and say, "Bring me back."
Where do you get emeralds? Like,
I have like 64 emeralds.
Ever since the first time, like, I don't know where you get them. Like, I don't.
You just find them randomly underground. They're just really rare.
Yeah.
But it's usually when you want to trade with a villager for an emerald, they want you to give you like 24 wheat or something, or 6 chickens. And it's like, do you know how long it took me to find this emerald?
Yeah, I found one ever.
I found 12 diamonds, and I found this one emerald, and you want to give me 24 wheat?
Yeah. So, as far as me, it's simple. I would just add the whole server thing on Xbox. Because we get so much more done if I didn't have to be online. Or just, I mean, in general, if nobody had to be on, somebody could just hop in, do whatever the hell for a little bit, and then just be done with it. Yeah, I
mean, because our world is requiring of almost round-the-clock maintenance. So
sounds so tedious when you put it like that.
I mean, well, there's a lot to do, and we're all gonna have full-time jobs soon.
It's gonna be like you're gonna be like you trying to go out Saturday night. It's like, dude, now our crops are ready to harvest.
I was gonna say, it's like, you know what, we're running low on carrots, so I really gotta restock our carrot.
One thing we're never gonna run low on.
I have to get up early at 5 and milk the cows, and then
could you imagine?
Gotta breed some pigs. We're running out of pork.
I mean, but that would be the great thing to implement what Titan has. Like, you build this large ecosystem, and then you can assign the villagers you enslave to maintain each section.
I love the ideas.
Hire, not enslave.
No, we're for sure enslaving them.
We have to be PC about it.
I'm not paying anybody to do that shit. They're gonna do it or die.
Yeah, seriously.
I run this fucking world, the whole world. So bow down to me.
Literally do. Like, you could actually turn on, what is it? Is it host privileges type where you could fly around?
Yeah.
Just scare them.
I do that sometimes to get aerial shots or just to explore.
Bow down to me and forge my armor, son.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, man, that game is just so good. Eventually, we'll have some Minecraft videos up on the Weekend Respawn YouTube. I just have to figure out the best way to do it. Obviously, me digging in a fucking hole for 8 minutes is not it's not going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe like tours of our world once we have more shit built would be cool. I don't know. What do you? Either way, we'll figure some shit out. You guys have anything else you want to mention about the old Minecraft?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Like what we like. I mean, did we mention what we don't like? Is there anything we don't like about the game?
I got nothing as far as that goes that I can think of. Anyways,
anything I dislike. Like I don't think the game does anything wrong.
You'd almost have to nitpick to even come up with something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously I hate getting killed by spiders, but like that's not the game's fault.
Right.
No, that's the spider's fault for being such dicks.
When a creeper just explodes next to you.
Leave me alone.
I do hate creepers exploding and blowing up chunks of my house or building.
But that's the point. So
I know.
You can't really get angry.
Like, I'm angry at the creepers and myself for letting it happen. But also, I'm a little disappointed that when those things blow up, they don't give me all my blocks back. So if, like, I have a house made out of stone bricks, it'll blow up and give me, like, 2 of the 6 back, and I have to go fucking make more.
Yeah.
But, we have so many holes in our world on the top layer from creepers just blowing up.
Either that or us getting lost and just digging to the top.
Yeah.
I think I do that every time I dig in that game. Most people would, like, try to find a sane way out. I just dig a staircase.
It depends for me. For a while, I'll try, and then if there's no fucking hope, if I just keep finding new places, I'm like, I gotta go up. And then I'll get hit in the face with gravel, and... Yeah, you know what I don't like about Minecraft? Fucking gravel. Okay?
There you go. There's a thing.
Jesus Christ, so useless.
We figured one out.
It's gravel. It's all 3 of our things we don't like about Minecraft is gravel.
The bane.
Lapis lazuli.
No, that shit's fine. You can dye wool with it, I guess. But
you get experience from mining it. I can't.
What can you do with gravel?
Nothing.
You can find fucking
path.
You can find fucking flint.
You can make a gravel path.
Yeah, that's great. I don't need a fucking driveway. I don't have a car. Yeah, gravel can suck it, man. But anyways, that's it for Minecraft. We love it. We're gonna play it, obviously. So on the YouTube update front, we have a video that should have been out yesterday. Kind of slipped my mind, to be honest with you. I wanted to edit it today, which is currently Wednesday. And when I say it should have been out yesterday, it should have been out today, which is Wednesday. This is getting really confusing. Video should be out Wednesday. I should have edited it Wednesday, but I had to work, and then, I just didn't have time. So that'll be out Friday or maybe tomorrow, which is Thursday. I'm going to start just saying days of the week because this is getting real weird. So that might be out Thursday or Friday. Then we have a couple Splinter Cell Blacklist missions in the hole. We're going to get some more GTA gameplay. Our Madden video will be up Sunday, as usual, so keep an eye out for those. You should definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell everyone you know about it. Rent out a billboard if you have some extra money. That'd be great.
I wonder how much that costs these days.
More than
Can't
I
be that
have,
much.
so...
Probably.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Could you imagine one day we're driving and we see our fucking logo on a billboard that we didn't buy?
That'd be fucking sweet.
Like, what
People
the
would just
fuck?
get out of their cars like in the middle of the road to figure out what it means.
Yeah.
And then it says underneath, listen to the fuckboys.
God, I hope not.
Well, we didn't pay for it, so they get to put up whatever they want.
That's true. I mean, you know what? If that was our tagline, hey, so be it. It could be worse. Or could it? So yeah, definitely the YouTube channel, keep an eye out, keep an eye on it. I do post on the Facebook and Twitters about videos when we upload them. So follow on Twitter at We Can't Respawn, We Can't Respawn on Facebook. Hey, what do you know? The YouTube channel is also We Can't Respawn. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's weird.
We're on iTunes. I haven't mentioned that in like 10 episodes because I forgot. I forgot we were on. I think we're still on iTunes. Can they like take our shit off?
Probably.
I don't know why they would. We're awesome. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm trying to think. There's probably something I wanted to mention that I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, that's right. You guys got anything else? Any closing words?
That's it for me.
Ah.
So we're all good here. Episode 21, We Can't Respawn. We're out.
Okay, bye.